Do you remember not that long ago, just a few months ago, when ICE raided, I think it was a Hyundai plant in Georgia, where the workers that were in that plant were there to set up the plant and eventually teach Georgians how to run and operate that plant, and the Republicans rounded them all up and shipped them all out of here, and that cost Georgia a shit ton of jobs because the Koreans don't want to come back. They're like, well, wait a minute. If we're going to come back if we're going to be in the country to help set up a plant to give jobs to you guys, and your response is going to be to round us up with ICE agents and ship us back to our country, fuck you. Well, now this is the third time that the governor of that state has had to go to Korea and kiss ass to try and get them to come back.
This is Georgia Governor Brian Kemp.
And I'm First Lady Marty Kemp.
We're excited to be back in Korea to celebrate
What you meant to say, Brian, is you're here to save a 40-year partnership, because Korea has yet to send back a single worker to Georgia. And that raid on the Hyundai plant was over 90 days ago now. Georgia, you were so worried about a couple jobs being taken by immigrant workers that now you have no jobs. And I can tell you, I watch the Korean news. They're not coming back. The Korean people are livid, and it is still leading the local and nightly news in Korea every night with the images of their people being shackled and chained and put on those buses. Their best and brightest engineers that you guys thought, oh, I can do this. And this is the story of being a conservative in America, where you always cut off your leg instead of giving somebody else a shoelace. You guys are ruining relationships around the world that will never get back.
The only person that fucked Georgians out of jobs is Republicans. And all the ass kissing in the world that Brian Kemp can do, he's never going to get those people back. They are never going to come back to the United States of America. And if they do come back to the United States of America, it sure as hell isn't going to be in a red state. Nobody fucks themselves over more than MAGA Republicans. Case in point, when the pandemic was going on. I think it was Idaho, it might have been Idaho, maybe Montana, I forget, one of those states up there. I think it was Idaho. They passed a constitutional amendment in Idaho saying that the government cannot make your medical decisions for you, that you are a free person to make your own medical decisions, and it was meant to be a way of telling the federal government under Joe Biden, you can't tell us what to put into our body. We're not taking your injections. Fine. Then Roe v. Wade got overturned, and Republicans in that state said, awesome, we're going to go ahead and ban abortion. We're going to make those decisions for you. And people sued and won because they said, you passed a constitutional amendment saying that we get to make our medical decisions and the government can't do it for us. So no, you don't get to ban abortion. You don't get to tell us what medical decisions we can and can't make for ourselves. Nobody fucks themselves over. Nobody owns themselves quite like MAGA Republicans. By the way, to that town, to that area in Georgia that lost all of those jobs and are not going to get them back, good. I hope you all motherfuckers were on SNAP benefits and you don't get any next month.